You ever have one of those moments where your entire life just cracks? Like, not a little crack. I mean, a full-on, soul-shattering, heart-dropping, everything you knew was a lie kind of rupture. Yeah, that was me. The day I caught my best friend in bed with my fiance. And believe it or not, that wasn't even the worst part. By the way, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? I love seeing where all of you are tuning in from. Okay, let's get into this because I'm still not sure I fully processed it. And it happened over a year ago. My name's Kira. I was 28 when this all went down. Now, I thought I was living the dream. I had a decent job in event planning, a cute apartment just outside the city, and a fiancé I was head over heels for, Marcus. We'd been together for 4 years. Met in college when he accidentally spilled coffee on me in the library and offered to buy me another. I used to tell people that was fate. Now I think it was foreshadowing. Marcus was smart, driven, charming in that guy your mom immediately likes kind of way. But more importantly, he made me feel safe, like I'd finally found someone who got me. And then there was Tasha, my best friend since junior year of high school. She was wild where I was careful, loud where I was quiet, but we just worked. We used to joke that we were the real soulmates, and the men in our lives were just bonus material. We had matching tattoos, loyalty, in cursive, on our wrists. The irony of that will never leave me. So, Tasha and Marcus met when I brought her along to a party he threw a couple years into our relationship. She was instantly a hit. She's one of those people who walks into a room and somehow knows everyone by the time she leaves. They got along immediately, which honestly made me happy. It felt like my worlds were blending. I never once felt threatened. At first. Now, here's the thing. Looking back, I see the signs, and they were not subtle. But when you love people deeply, you don't immediately go to betrayal. You go to benefit of the doubt. You go to, maybe I'm overthinking it. You gaslight yourself. Like when Marcus started jokingly calling her wifey number 2. I laughed at that. What kind of clown behavior was I on? Or the time she knocked a flat tire at 11 p.m. and he insisted on going to help her, even though I offered to go. And they didn't come back until 2 a.m. He said her spare tire was stuck and they had to wait for a tow. I remember saying to him, "Wow, you're such a good friend." And he smiled and said, "You'd do the same for her." Sick. Then there was the weekend I had food poisoning. I was literally throwing up every hour, dehydrated, sweaty, miserable. And he was too busy helping Tasha paint her living room to check in on me. Y'all, she lives in a 1-bedroom apartment. That room does not take 2 days to paint. But I still didn't see it. Or maybe I didn't want to. I kept trusting them. I was even planning our wedding. My Pinterest boards were full of rustic chic decor, Tasha was my maid of honor, and Marcus was planning his honeymoon with her, apparently. So let's get to the day. The big betrayal. The scene that plays on loop in my nightmares sometimes. It was a Saturday. I had been staying at my mom's for a few days. She had surgery on her knee, and I wanted to help her recover. I told Marcus I'd be back Sunday afternoon. But I came back early. Why? Honestly, just a feeling. Not even suspicion. More like homesickness. I missed my bed, my dog, him. I stopped and got his favorite Thai food on the way home. I had wine in my bag. I was planning to surprise him with a cozy night in. I even wore his hoodie. You know that cozy, oversized one we always steal from our boyfriends? That one. I walked in, and instantly something felt off. Quiet. Too quiet. Our dog didn't come running. No music, no TV, so I tiptoed upstairs, thinking maybe he was asleep. But as I got closer to the bedroom, I heard it. The creak of the bed, a laugh, her laugh, and then his voice, low and muffled, saying something like, "Don't stop." I remember feeling like I wasn't in my body, like I was floating, detached, like my brain hadn't caught up with my ears. I opened the door. They were in my bed. Tasha was on top of him, and she screamed when she saw me, like I was the intruder. She scrambled off, grabbing the sheet. Marcus sat up, his mouth open, like he wanted to say something, but nothing came out. And I just stood there, holding takeout and wine. I think I said, "Wow, wow," over and over, like it was a chant or a prayer. Then I turned to Tasha and looked her in the eye and said, "I hope the sex was worth our entire friendship." She cried. She said it was a mistake, that it just happened. Marcus said nothing. Literally nothing. Just sat there. I turned and walked out. Took the food, the wine, my dog, and left. I drove to my sister's house and cried so hard I couldn't speak. I think I scared her. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. The next day, Tasha sent me a 3-page message trying to explain. She said they were drunk, that they didn't plan it, that she'd never meant to hurt me. I ignored it. Then Marcus texted, called, left voicemails, even emailed. He made me a Spotify playlist. I'm not kidding. The first song was "Say Something" by A Great Big World. I laughed so hard, I cried again. Then I found the truth. Through one of his friends, who apparently felt bad, I learned it wasn't just that one time. They'd been seeing each other behind my back for 6 months. 6 months. That means they were sleeping together while I was shopping for wedding dresses, while Tasha and I were taste testing cakes, while Marcus and I were booking venues. And here's the plot twist. She was pregnant. Tasha was pregnant with his baby. I found out because I saw a prescription slip in her Instagram story. Just for a second, she deleted it, but I caught it. I asked a friend who worked at a clinic what the med was for. Prenatal vitamins. So I confronted her. She denied it at first, but then finally admitted it. She was 8 weeks old. And here's the kicker. She said she didn't know who the father was because she'd also been seeing someone else. The drama just kept unfolding like a terrible soap opera. A few weeks later, I got a message from this other guy, the one she'd also been seeing, and guess what? He thought he was the only one. She had 2 men thinking they were the father. I was just the collateral damage. And Marcus? He still wanted to work it out. He said, and I quote, "We can still have our future. She was just a mistake." A mistake carrying his child? Nah. I blocked him. Blocked her. Moved out, changed jobs, even changed my number. It took months to feel okay again. I had to rebuild my trust in myself because I kept asking how I missed all the signs. But the truth is, some people are just really good at pretending. Some people smile in your face while stabbing you in the back, and they call it love. Now, I'm better. I've healed, mostly. I've learned to trust my gut, and I've learned that silence, the kind that I gave both of them, is sometimes the loudest form of closure. So let me ask you, what would you have done if you were me? Would you have confronted them again, gone nuclear, or just disappeared like I did? Drop it in the comments. I need to know that I wasn't the only one who felt like I was living in a twisted reality show. And if you've ever been betrayed by the people you loved the most, just know you're not alone, and you will be okay. Eventually, the pain stops screaming, and the silence feels like peace. Thanks for listening. I mean that.